In this video, I'm going to discuss my love-hate relationship with LMU, why I'm torn between playing and not playing, why you should never go up Eau Rouge with no wing, and what on earth are people doing in the online multiplayer. Okay, let's begin. So, I started my LMU journey on the 25th of February, not the most recent journey. Obviously, that's what I want to discuss really, but I wanted to give you a brief outline of sort of my history. Yes, I haven't got massive hours in the game. I wasn't one of the sort of first early adopters to the game. I haven't seen sort of a lot of sort of physics and stuff change. But as I said, I jumped in on the 25th of February. I'd done sort of the odd sort of one car specific on a offline track, just to sort of get everything up to scratch, I suppose, with my wheel, pedals, all my buttons mapped and stuff like that. I did then, on the 26th of February, have a daily race. It was at Fuji Speedway. It was the shorter track, which isn't massively shorter, but it hasn't got the sort of little chicane, would you say, sort of halfway through, or sector 2 of the track. So I put it on second place. As I said, I was new to it. I didn't even know how to get off at the sort of rolling start and stuff like that. I actually went and won the race, so maybe that put me into a false sense of security. I think it did. So roll on to 12th of June. Obviously by now, between February and June, I'd sort of had a sort of few, I wouldn't say issues at home, but things were changing. I couldn't sort of spend the time racing or streaming as much as I wanted. Obviously most of my time is spent on console when I do stream and race with ACC. So I was getting bored of ACC. I thought I'd give LMU a go. The hype was being built up. A lot of people are jumping over from ACC. The update had just come out, I think by a day or two, for the new tyre model physics. People, I think it was sort of a 50-50. People were annoyed, some people were enjoying it. I didn't have the issue because I'd not put massive hours into the title, so it was almost like I was starting from scratch, which I would have been done anyway, if you understand where I'm sort of coming from. And I tell you what, I found the tyre model no issues. It was just trying to, like I said, get used to not cutting the track, as you'll see with some of these clips to do with Spa. I think the first race I in the end got I think a drive through or stop go because of the track limits, getting used to that, just getting used to how the cars handle and everything else. But yeah, I'll go through these clips and you can see, and this is why it's sort of a love-hate relationship. So we're at Spa. Obviously I tried the LMP2, as you saw before, and as you can see, it's just it was beggar's belief. I have to say, it was unbelievable. The actual the etiquette, the racing etiquette, the space, that the whole lot, it reminded me, and I even was saying it was worse than ACC online public servers, which some people were like, no, it can't be. There's, I mean, the ACC public servers are famed for being absolute carnage. This was, for me, on par with it, absolutely terrible. So yeah, as I said, I just want to, as you see it play, run through. So as I said, we'll discuss it. I've already been sort of battered from pillar to post. I've got damage. Finding out in this title that damage is can be really terrible. Probably worse than ACC for lap time, for the way the car handles and everything else. I didn't expect it to be. I thought ACC was sort of bad when you take a punt and you've got a couple of seconds damage or whatever. But this seems a lot worse. So it was almost imperative that we had to get away at these races with having no damage. And for the first couple, once I'd come back, I was just getting damage, whether it be a little sort of slight tap up the backside, so about rear bumper damage or front bumper damage, or sometimes I get one shock damage and stuff like that. And it was, you could still drive the car, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it was terrible. So coming down here, down to Eau Rouge, this was like near the end of the race, and we'd done quite well. And I just had, well, you can see visions of what was going to go on. No way you're getting two people up Eau Rouge, and of course I get the brunt of it. Wrong place at the wrong time. I think we had like 7 minutes to go in the 20-minute race. I think I was in maybe even 8th place. So I could have, and I thought I had the pace on these two as well, which I really do believe I did. And like I said, 5th place, 6th place could have been on the cards quite easily. And like I said, you inadvertently get taken out. But as you'll see from the videos coming up, it's just a multitude of everything. Now, I'll hold my hands up and turn around and say, if people think I'm at fault for a certain incident or whatever, that's fine. I mean, I'm not going to argue the toss. I'm just trying to get across, from my perspective, how bad LMU dailies are, basically public races. And I think the joke of it was, to start with, we got put up in a higher split, which was sort of okay to a certain degree, but I think once we got absolutely sort of took out and our rating absolutely tanked, this guy is a bit of karma for this guy here. I never like someone sort of chopping across me quite close when we're sort of going sort of full throttle, so he loses up Eau Rouge. But yeah, it's just, I just can't, like I said, the rating points, it reminds me of LFM, where I had another love-hate relationship with that. Whereas you go one race, you do really well, the next race you get taken out in T1, so you'd never get that opportunity to try and get your rating up. And I think the big thing with LMU is to unlock all the rest of the daily races, the better races, not these sort of 20-minute races. You have to get your rating up from bronze to silver and then up to gold. So I mean, this guy so close for almost being taken out. It just, I mean, why do people just not hold the brakes or make sure they don't come back on the track or whatever? But yeah, it was that, and that's, I think that the whole thing that has annoyed me from doing sort of about a week and a half, not every day, but doing sort of, yeah, a few races every other day or when I can get on. And like I said, I'll go from winning a race pretty easily by like 2 seconds a lap quicker than, say, second place, to then starting sort of mid-pack and absolutely getting punted, or again getting damaged, that then you're a sitting duck for people because you're half a second to a second slower than what you should be. And I think the only problem for me, or not so much a problem, it's the love-hate relationship part is I'm torn, because I'm really enjoying the actual driving of LMU. I mean, coming down here to this Lexus, I don't send it. The gap was there, and I think at the time this was like for 4th place, so that's 3rd place in front. How the hell this Lexus gets so much of a run on me coming down to this next corner? So he puts it in, and for me, I thought I'd got loose on the curb, but it actually transpires, as you probably see from the replay, yeah, that he actually just punts the back of me and then just carries on like nothing's happened. It's like, oh, thanks, mate. I mean, I think we had like 10 minutes to go or something like that. And I was clearly faster than the guy, like, but probably about a second faster. There you go. See, he just drives straight through me. About, yeah, second. And he does that. And then that's it then. My race is ruined. So, I mean, this is me going up Eau Rouge without a rear wing. And I didn't know this either, that you could actually lose your rear wing if you get punted in the back end, which obviously I did. So again, learning about the physics and learning about the damage model and everything else. So But yeah, going to this race, another one. This was like pole position, and this was pretty much a pole, and away I go, and just no one troubles me, and I'm gone. That's it. Finish the race. Loads of points or safety points, and the other rating points that you need to get up. Great. I'm happy. I've won a race. I've got loads of rating, and then I said we'll come to another race. Or the next race, and that's it. It's like ping pong at the start, or I get taken out, or you know what I mean. It just, I don't know what's going on. Yes, the player base has got huge. I think I've cut him back here. That's right. This is the same race, but this is showing from somebody else's perspective who's a lot further back than what I am. Now, if you just watch what happens, it's like this guy's taking it easy, how you should. It's how I do it if I'm in the mid pack, and it's just all hell's broken loose. You know what I mean? It's like the track's pretty wide at Spa, and there's still people coming together. I just, like I said, speechless. And then it's that same thing. You look at it and you think, the time I've put in, I want to try and get my rating up, and people just go and do that. And I mean, this race, fair enough, I was second. I made a mistake. I tried to sort of keep it out. Alexis had a good run on me at the start, and he's got a good run on me again. Now, I was like, nah, there's no way we're going too wide up here. Now, I felt he backed out, but I just don't think he backed out enough. So I come across to take Eau Rouge, and he was still there. So, I mean, how do you... Who's at fault there? I mean, we're going to have a look at it now from the outside, which is a sort of better angle. I felt going on the radar and the rear view mirror that he did start to back out, because I wouldn't have went side by side up Eau Rouge. Certainly not on lap one. You're just asked him for trouble. So, like I said, I felt he backed out, but maybe he didn't back out enough. See, he started to. You can see his car goes backwards. He just still leaves his front end in there. So again, I've gone from a race win to I'm out on the first lap, or not even done a lap. So again, starting from pole position. I think this was the race after. That's right. I think it was a Saturday, and I jumped on and we got 3 races. So the first race I won comfortably. The second race we got wiped out, and then this third race. I think the guy in the BMW who had probably the same pace as what I had, he had I think it was a drive-through, because he must have messed the start up. So I was like, okay, I've probably got this. As you can see, I've skipped it ahead. Job done. That's another. So I've gone from a race win to getting taken out to then a race win. So it's like, like an absolute, what would you call it? An up and down, like a, It just, as I said, I'm, as you can probably hear, I'm just, try not to get angry with it. I think that's the main thing on my streams. If you see, you probably see that. I do get a little bit angry. I do name call, but again, as you can see, I'm taking it easy into T1. This was the first race back at Fiji Speedway, I think it is. And obviously I'd not done this layout with the chicane. I'm sort of quite a way down, as you can see, so I'm just taking it easy. There's no need to try and win the race on well, as they say, into the first corner, or even on the first lap. So I was just taking it easy. I felt this guy was going to it was a little bit slow, and I do sort of send it, but he's gone wide as well, which is fine. Which, fair enough, you have to remember, because one of the races, somebody does that to me, but it turns out slightly different than what happened with this race. So again, he's in front of me, and I'm not looking to send it, but I just feel, again, he broke a bit early, and he sort of got held up by the Beamer in front. So I seize the initiative, I give him room. Obviously, I'm seeing my radar. Obviously, you guys can't see the radar on the replay. He is alongside me now. And this bit we have to be a bit careful. Now, I think this was on me. I didn't maybe give him enough room. So obviously I paid the price and 2 people go through. But then I get absolutely rammed up the backside by a Mustang. And bit of karma ensues there. And the Mustang actually spins. I have watched the outside replay back. and basically the Mustang, yeah, stamps on the throttle and just pings me up the backside. But lucky enough for me, yes, I've got damage, and in this you do tend to feel the damage more, I think, than what you do in ACC. So then again, you're on the back foot because you've qualified in the position you're in, usually around drivers that are about the same pace as you. But yeah, again, somebody else is spun. And that's what I noticed as well. I think because of the new tyre model, a lot of people are finding it difficult to keep the cars under control if they're pushing the cars too much, pushing the cars over their limit. So, but as I said, I didn't find this an issue. I think it might be in this race I do spin the car, planting the throttle too quickly. Now, it's a bit counterintuitive because the GT3s have got traction control, and I haven't got it set like really low, say like in ACC, even though the numbers are different in LMU, but it still can catch you out. Now, I think a lot of that is to do with damage as well. So, yeah, you still have to be careful, and curbs as well are a little bit lethal. So, but as you can see, I'm battling away. Most of the time you can sort of see if people have got the pace on you or if they haven't. So this was a little bit strange coming up, because with this circuit that you could take the corners quite wide, but it invites people to sort of send it in on the inside. Now, the McLaren decides to sort of send it in. Now, at the end of the day, the door was always going to close, and he's like way up onto the curb on the inside. It's like no clue what was going on, why you're looking for that opportunist move. And again, we've come together, and again, I've got more damage. So it's just, like I said, the driving standards are shocking. I'm going to just lay it out there. They are shocking. I'm just bemused by how bad they are, how gung-ho people are. It sort of reminds me of ACC in its infancy, where people are really aggressive and trying to win it on sort of the first couple of laps. So, and it seems like that now with this. And I think one of the biggest things, as per sort of me, the time of making this video, the actual report button, yeah, lovely move there as well. As I said, you need to sort of keep an eye, again, sort of the understanding of the Ferrari. I think I was alongside him enough, and he'd sort of gone wide and missed the apex that move was on. And I did enjoy that move. I just didn't enjoy this thing, getting rammed up the backside and spinning me. You know what I mean? After all that, and then I just get, frustrating. Really frustrating. It really is. But yeah, as I said, the report, which is a big thing for me, and it's why I'm sort of in a bit of turmoil. Do I carry on, or do I wait for them to fix the report part? But then on the flip side of that, it's what does the report actually do? Do they actually have people physically going through the report? Because I was trying to find some footage. This again, just my luck. Somebody spins, tries to bring it back off track. I go the wrong side, and then yeah, that's me cooked pretty much. So yeah, on to the next race, and P2 for this one. As you can see, we're on the left. I think it's the right side is for pole. This was a frustrating one again. Because like I said, we put it on. We were second, so front row of the grid, and I believed we had the pace on P1. Now, yeah, we got a bit of a rubbish start, so I went a bit wide. P1's away, and then you've got this Beamer, this troublesome Beamer that was, to be fair, he didn't seem too bad. He could have sent it in there. I think he tries to do the switchback, which doesn't happen. He tries to get around the outside, which isn't going to happen on this part of the track. Not a chance. But as I said, remember what I said about this corner. Now keep an eye. Now he sends it in. Now I've already positioned my car to meet the apex. It's as simple as that. If I'd have went wide there, then fair enough. And then I was clumped, and yeah, that was it. That big hit absolutely ruined my steering as well. So again, another race completely screwed. So if you watch, he sends it in. For me, he wasn't going to make the corner. It's, you know what I mean? I'm already at speed. I'm already turning it in. And he just sends it in. But say that when I sent it in on the Ferrari, he'd already missed the apex. He went wide. So, you know what I mean? Make as that as you will. But for me, it was just, like I said, first lap as well. So, this was a strange race. This was a race where, there was massive carnage. We did get involved in it slightly, or caught up in it. But as you can see, I managed to get away. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, before, as you can see, so somebody's just, like I said, maybe not even broke. I don't know, but, yeah. So now we're going to get absolutely sort of a scissors movement, pincer movement, which I felt was a little bit wrong. And, like I said, the guys lost the wheel in the Porsche. It just all gone Pete Tong. So I'm waiting for a clear bit of track, which is now, so that's fine. So we're going. So I'm thinking, right, so I think we started 12th. I think we were number board 17, so as long as we got up past 17th, we were fine. This Lambo was like, I don't know what he was doing, going really slow, and then he just like taps me. So then I spin again. So, yeah, by this stage I was contemplating quitting. I really was. I just usually done it knowing what the damage model's like on this, and like I said, I think I had suspension damage, I had front and rear bumper damage, no wing damage. I don't think it not dropped off this time, so we was okay. But coming around here, everyone, I think, a lot of people were caught up in it, as you can see. Porsche's got, I think, massive damage because he gets to go really slow, cutting a lot of the track. So I thought, well, hang on, a lot of people are going to have to pit. I can still carry on. There's a chance I might actually be able to pick up some places, and I do actually finish this race off. And there's no more incidents except for there was a guy coming out the pits. So technically he was a back marker, and he was very aggressive and very racy, which it annoyed me a little bit because I'm the sort of lapping car, and I was on his pace. So I think it might even be this guy here. So it takes him the whole lap for me to come back round, and then he comes back out. But like I said, I just carry on, and I think I come P8, which, like I said, when you're a bit like LFM, if you're au fait with LFM, you basically go in a lobby and it'll give you your number, your board number. So that'll basically tell you what your ranking is in that tier or that lobby. Now, as long as you finish ahead of that number, you'll get good points. So I thought, okay, my safety's going to take a bit of a dive because of all the incidents that the carnage at the start, which obviously wasn't my fault, but you're getting damage and stuff like that, so it gives a negative effect on your safety rating. But yeah, the other rating, the main sort of driver rating, it gave me quite a few points. So it still goes to show you, as long as it's just like carnage, as long as you can get away or finish a race, even though if there is damage, then it is well worth contemplating doing, I think. But the same again, I mean, it just absolutely terrible. So, I mean, could it be that the actual physics model is different, which I'd say it is to ACC? And is it that ACC, when you get hit or hit another car, it's a bit more forgiving? And maybe people are under that impression. I don't know, but it's just, yeah, ridiculous, to be fair. And it's still me trying to learn the actual title itself. Fuel, you got virtual energy, which I'm still scratching my head about. Virtual energy, normal fuel, all your traction controls, your ABS, your brake bias. Obviously these daily races are a set or a locked setup, which for me is fine. But yeah, I think that's it really. It's just, I don't know what to do. I'm really enjoying the actual driving side of it and the way the car's handled and the physics and everything else. I'm just not enjoying the carnage. basically of online and trying to get your rating up and having no chance. Like I said, actually getting taken out in one race and then winning the next. So hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, we'll try and do some more videos like this in future. And yeah, let me know your comments in the comment section below, whether you're enjoying LFM or you're frustrated as well. So like I said, we'll see. We'll see if I carry on with it, or maybe just wait until they sort the report button out. I don't know. But like I said, on that note, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll try and make some more content like this. But yeah, definitely give me your thoughts on it. And have a great week. And I'll catch you on the next one.